The story kicks off with a bunch of folks who might call themselves ordinary people against the rule of Superman. They try to blow up a Superman statue but get caught real quick by Superman and the Flash. But Cyborg, who's at their headquarters, says there should be 5 of them. These heroes start searching for the missing guy. Meanwhile, a park bench unexpectedly transforms and starts freeing their buddies. However, when Superman and Flash return, they end up nabbing this shape-shifting troublemaker as well. Flash is pretty worried because he recognizes this guy. He's Luke McDonough, the son of Plastic Man. He's taken to this underwater prison called the Trench, where Superman's keeping all kinds of super-powered bad guys. It's a bit weird because there are regular villains like the Riddler, Two-Face, Mad Hatter, and Mr. Zsasz locked up there. Even Bane and Captain Cold, who aren't super-powered without their special gear, are in there for some reason. Then we meet a new narrator who the Justice League was expecting and seems kinda sketchy. He shows up in silhouette and drops hints about being a liar and a thief. Turns out it's Plastic Man. Now, Luke's father is none other than Plastic Man, a character even Superman respects and doesn't underestimate. What's interesting is he looks just like he did back in the Golden Age, same costume and all. Plastic Man gets into a bit of a spat with the League, calling them out for teaming up with a bad guy like Sinestro. He says they're not the heroes they used to be. Superman tries to kill Plastic Man just because he disagrees with him. Fortunately, the Flash intervenes to prevent a fight. However, Plastic Man has a secret plan. He goes inside the Flash, takes control, and knocks him out without anyone noticing. When the Flash wakes up, he realizes Plastic Man's plan to rescue his son and warns the Justice League. But of course, the person we're seeing isn't actually the Flash. Plastic Man has already disguised himself as the Flash and gathered crucial information about Superman's secret prison. He even takes some Green Lantern rings for good measure. Now Plastic Man is on a mission to save his son. He spent most of his life avoiding responsibility, consistently running away from it, especially when it came to his child. For a long time, he lived as a criminal. Even when he eventually became a superhero and joined the Justice League, it was just another way to evade facing his responsibilities. He's determined to break into the world's most secure prison at the bottom of the ocean. With his shape-shifting powers, he easily infiltrates the facility. However, he needs a distraction, and that's where the dangerous inmates come in handy. But it's not as simple as it sounds. The warden of the prison now knows that Plas is trying to break in. Even though the lock keeping his son locked up is supposed to be impenetrable, it's still no problem for Plastic Man. The real problem is that when he opened the door to free his son, it triggered an alarm. This means Superman is on his way to them, and he's not in a good mood. Things are getting pretty intense for Plastic Man. The warden has caught on to him and is pretty upset. To make matters worse, Superman and Wonder Woman are outside and not too happy either. Plastic Man needs reinforcements. Luckily, he planned ahead and returns the Green Lantern rings to their owners. In the process, Sinestro blasts at the glass and it starts to shatter, but Plastic Man knows it's a good thing. Superman can't enter without breaking more glass, which would put everyone at risk. They need the glass to escape, so Plastic Man plans to seal the leak to prevent further flooding. With Mirror Master's belt, they devise an escape plan. The plan works, and they manage to save all the inmates. But it seems Plastic Man might have to stay behind. He's ready to sacrifice himself to save them, but his son Luke calls him out, suggesting that a part of him might think sacrificing himself is easier than always running and avoiding spending time with Luke. So they make their escape into another dimension that they can reach through mirrors. Now what do they do with all these villains? Plastic Man isn't one for big speeches, so he simply asks them to direct their evil towards Superman to make his life miserable. Standing up to Superman might be an option, but they leave it for more qualified heroes. The story ends with the suggestion that the villains might just give Superman a hard time. Thanks a bunch for tuning in, folks. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Catch you next time.